Chapter 10. Don't Stand Close to Me. I settled onto the landing of the stairs. I balanced my plate on my lap. My father took a seat at the bottom, 12 steps away. Even from here, I could see how marked his face was from the mask. And his hands were raw. He was washing and sanitizing his hands so often that the alcohol was irritating the skin. How's my cue cat? It's nice to have you join me for dinner. It is nice. We weren't sitting together, but it still felt good. I was hoping your mother would join us. I'm surprised she's still working. I'm surprised you're not, I replied without thinking. I'd, I had only meant that he wasn't usually home for dinner. I'm sorry. It must be tough for you to have both of us being so busy. So many people aren't working right now, and the two of us seem to be working harder than ever. I shouldn't have said anything. I know what you are doing is important and hard. Does it show that much? He rubbed his hands against the creases in his face. I didn't just mean the marks. We sat and ate in the silence for a while. Was he trying to figure out what to say, or was he just too tired to say anything? This time here with you, he said, helps me remind why I'm doing this. I wondered if I should bother him with the things I had been worried about. I decided I had to ask, Dad, what is it, QCat? I've been seeing things on the news, and well, I just wondered if the hospital has enough PPE for everyone. We're just taking precautions to keep us safe. We have enough at the hospital for now. The real concern is in places like nursing homes, like where Reese's grandmother lives, all long term care facilities. They're scrambling to provide equipment for their staff. But that's not fair. Everything I've seen on the news and the internet says that the old people are most at risk. It sounds like you are spending a lot of time on the internet, he said. I am, but what else is there to do? Be careful. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Am I wrong about the old people? No. Older people and those with pre existing medical problems like heart conditions, diabetes, or breathing difficulties are at higher risk. A higher percentage of the deaths have been people over 70. Deaths? That was something he hardly ever mentioned. Have there been a lot of deaths at the hospital? More than I have ever seen. His words were quiet, his voice so serious. It's important that we keep doing what we are doing to flatten that curve of new infections. Is it working? It is not flat yet, but it's flattening. We just have to keep doing the right things. Some people think this is the time to relax, but it's not. If you are racing downhill and you're trying to slow down enough that you don't crash, you don't take your foot off the brake. We need to press down harder. That makes sense. There was something else I wanted to ask him, but I wasn't sure how to ask it. Maybe I'd go around it a bit. Are people scared at the hospital? Patients or staff? Both, I guess. Patients are scared because of what they don't know. Staffs are scared because of what they do know. Are you scared, Dad? That was what I really wanted to know. I would be lying if I said I wasn't. Don't you don't you sometimes feel like you just don't want to go to work? Some days, but I don't have a choice. No more than those people working at the grocery store or the aides at the nursing homes or police officers, paramedics. There are so many of us. These are our jobs. Do you still think you might want to be a doctor when you grow up? More than ever. If you were a doctor, would you stop doing your job? No, at least. I don't think I would. Hope I wouldn't be too scared, I said. If being scared stopped us, then almost nobody would be there. Maybe the fear makes us work even safer. My mother suddenly appeared at the top of the stairs. It is too late to join you two? We are pretty well finished, but having you join us in the best desert I can imagine, my father said. I have to disagree. Did you know that McCormick's bakery started home delivery? You don't mean. I think my dad's grin was bigger than mine. I had a pineapple upside down cake dropped off at the door. Surprise! I'm going to go get a piece for everybody.